I know that there are many Indians that are contributing on the YouTube. It's one of the most widely consumed content platforms in the entire social media network. So obviously, good number of us are out there. A lot of them produce content that probably is for just time pass. Some of them are on the cooking, travel, politics, the immigration scenario, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to touch on any of those topics. You have enough material out there to consume. Hi guys, my name is Rao Nanduri. I've been living in the US for the last 25 years. I'm an IT executive with almost 40 years of insurance experience. I used to work in India before migrating to the US in 2000. So this is my new channel, primarily to help the Indian up-and-coming talent, those that are in India and those that have already come to the US for either education or the early career on an H-1B or otherwise. So, but my focus through this channel and through my 40 years of working experience and 25 years here in the US is to help and give back to the Indian community through the life lessons I have learned over the last 25 years here in the US, especially having faced and survived two major recessions, one in 2000, the other one in 2008. And of course, we're all going through one right now. So I'd like to share my experiences, the life lessons that I've learned, not just with the recession, but life in general, in living outside of India. So I lived in Japan for a brief period of time. I was in the Gulf, Saudi Arabia, traveled to all the other Gulf countries as well. I'm here in the US, as I said before, 25 years, and visited a few other countries. So I do have the global exposure to be able to offer a matured, balanced, educated, knowledgeable wisdom that others can use and benefit from. This channel is primarily for the non-Telugu speaking audience. I have a separate channel for just the Telugu guys, because that's my native language, and I will talk there in pure Telugu. And this channel is for those that don't follow Telugu. I can speak fluent Hindi, but I don't want to again minimize the fact that Indians by far, also speak many other languages. So I want to be respectful, and so maybe I may use some Hindi here and there, but I'll try to minimize that. So there are going to be three major playlists on this channel. One, the life lessons and how you could benefit from my experiences. And the reason I'm sharing them is because my dad used to tell us, as when we were kids, is if you learn from others' mistakes or under others' experiences, and you automatically become better if you learn. It's not just listen, but learn from others' experiences. Because then you will not commit the same mistakes that we would have committed. And that in itself is a positive boost to your life. So listening and learning others' experiences and making sure you don't repeat the same mistakes that we would have done while we were going through the trial and error methods of figuring things out. That's one. The second one is going to be purely about employability. It need not necessarily be in the US, because employment and employability and seeking employment after completing the basic education is the process, no matter where you are in this world. And the struggles are pretty similar. So I spent a good amount of my 25 years of IT experience, 30 years in fact, combined with Indian, interviewing a lot of people, and I've seen some of the mistakes that our kids continue to commit. I'd like to help offer my personal observations on where you fail and why that happens. So that's the second playlist. And the third one is purely on my core competency, which is around data. What is data? And always I used to talk about what's the difference between data and information, right? All information is data, but all data is not information. How is it so? So we'll start with things like that, and then talk about the various disciplines or various evolutions that happened in the data space, why it happened at that point in time. So, for example, relational databases that primarily aim at eliminating duplication of data was mainly driven because storage cost in the early 2000s or the early 90s was extremely high. Some of you kids, the Gen Zers, may not know the sort of servers that existed in the past, sometimes of the size of a building, right? So memory was very expensive, so they needed to find an efficient mechanism to store the data, and thus came the relational database based on the relational principles, relational theory of mathematics. Subsequently, we have had several innovations that happened in the data world, be it the warehouses, be it the cloud warehouse, be it the Snowflake type of warehouses, or be it the latest cloud-based databases, right? So we have gone through an evolution, and then we talk about reporting versus analytics versus business intelligence, and now the AI. So the descriptive, prescriptive, and predictive aspects of analytics. What are those? So I'll try to talk more in terms of helping you become informed rather than call these as technical training sessions. I don't think a channel can cover all those. Maybe we'll get into that down the road. But this channel is primarily to, again, as I said, I'm repeating it myself, is to offer my life lessons, how to survive this current market scenario, both because of recession as well as the current political dynamics. And then the second one is going to be the employability aspect of it. The third one is going to be purely on the data related skills. So please, I welcome you all to this channel. Please subscribe, like, and share, and spread the word within the community so that we can build a community of learners. I will learn from your comments and feedback, and you in turn can learn from my content and my experiences. I'm here to help, and I hope you take the full advantage of this offer. God bless you. I'll see you soon with my videos. Thank you.